Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is not going to be another makeup tutorial. I'm going to be showing you guys my must-have brushes. So these brushes have helped me achieve all the looks that I have done, and I just think they're essential to creating that perfect and unique look that you guys want to go for. And so yeah, these brushes include Morphe and MAC. Some of them are a bit pricey, but most of them are really affordable, and those are mainly the Morphe brushes. I know the MAC brushes are kind of a little bit expensive, but as I show you guys each brush, I will be dropping down the price on the bottom below so you guys can see how much they cost. And so yeah, you guys, let's jump right into this video. Alrighty you guys, so I have my notes right here to tell you guys all the tea about each brush. And so we're going to do this in respective order on how I do my makeup looks. And so first, I always start off with my brows. I don't know why. I love to do my brows before anything else. And so I'm going to be showing you guys the MAC 266 brush, and it is just a perfect small angled brush. It is priced at $21. I did search it up last night on the MAC Cosmetics website, and it did not appear, but there was a very similar brush, which was the MAC 263 brush, and that one is $21. That one was the price of the 263. So I really do love this brush because it has the perfect thickness. It is not too thick or too thin for my eyebrows, and it just applies the shades really nice onto my eyebrows, really even, and it does not leave them looking patchy. So this is just a really good brush in general. I do recommend it. And so after finishing my brows, I usually go ahead and conceal my eyebrows. So this is the next brush that I'm showing you. This is an Ulta Beauty concealer brush, and online they do not continue these as well, but there is another alternative for this brush, which is the Ulta Flat Concealer Brush, which is $10, and I'll put it up here on the screen below. But yeah, the reason why I like this brush so much is because it's just so thin and compact, and I think this one just stays together a lot more, which helps me be really precise for when I'm concealing my eyebrows. So now that the eyebrows are out of the way, I usually go ahead and continue on with my face. So since I do use a beauty blender for my foundation and concealer, I am gonna skip over to when I'm setting those products, and for that I use my Morphe R10 brush. This is from their Rose Gold collection, and this is the deluxe tapered powder brush, and it is $16. I really do like this because you can really just set it under your eyes really nicely. It's not too big to where it's just gonna kind of overpower everywhere and just set a lot of the areas. It kind of just mainly fits for your under eye, and that's what I really like about it. And it is a super compact brush too, so it just helps you get that precision as well. If I want to define my cheekbone, if I want to set there, it really does help as well. And so for another brush that I like to use to set underneath my eyes is the Morphe M438 brush, and this is just a very nice tapered brush for the face. This is their pointed contour brush, which goes for $11. And what I really do like about this brush, I mainly use it for the sides of my nose when I'm trying to set right here, because I think since it's so tapered, it just really kind of makes it more precise compared to this one where it is a thicker brush, and this one it goes from thick to thin. I could really just focus it there, and also when I'm doing on the bridge of my nose. This one is greater to set on smaller areas, and this one is greater to set on larger areas. So like I said, this one would be great for defining your cheekbone, while this one would be great for kind of just setting your nose. And so the next brush that I like to use to wipe away that setting powder is the Morphe E41 brush, and it is just a really nice round powdered brush, and this is the Round Deluxe powder brush, and it costs $25, and it is a little bit more on the pricey side, but honestly compared to other powder brushes, this is really a good price for it. And I think for the quality that you're getting, it is worth the money. What I like about Morphe is that they have really luxurious products. They feel luxurious and everything, and there's such good price points. So I really do recommend it. The bristles are so soft, and it applies the powder so evenly onto the skin, not patchy at all. And what I like about it, it is compact as well, so it does pick up more of that product and kind of places it on more. And also I kind of like how it's just, since it's so round, it just focuses on your under eyes as well when I want to just wipe away there. So it is a really good brush, and I totally do recommend it. So the next brush that I would use would be the Morphe R2 brush, and this is from the Rose Gold collection as well. And I like to use this for bronzer since it is just really kind of shaped for that way, and it just really goes in and defines my cheekbones really nicely, not being patchy at all. The bristles are soft, such good quality like all the other brushes from Morphe, and it just feels really nice on the skin, applies evenly, and yeah, it is a really recommended brush, and this goes for $16. And so after my bronzer, I usually like to go in with blush, so I'm going to be showing you guys the Morphe M530 brush, and this is their contour blender, which goes for $11. Such a good price point. It applies really well, super even, and it picks up the product that it needs to be, and I just like how it focuses on the apples of my cheeks really nicely. And so for the best for last for the face, I love to go in with highlighter at the ends because, you know, just that big reveal, that pop of highlight, it's always awesome to see at the end. So I used the MAC 168 brush. This is their synthetic large angled contour brush, and it goes for $35. Yes, it's a little bit pricey, but I really do like how it's angled, and it just applies really nicely onto where the highlights of my face are supposed to be, and it's just super precise. I'm sure there is other angled brushes that are out there, but I really just prefer using this one. And so after I do my face, I like to go ahead and get started with my eyes, and for that I am using either the M504 or the Morphe R37 brush. They're both for the transition shades. The one on top is their large pointed blender, which goes for $8, and the one on the bottom is their pointed blender, which goes for $7. I think this one is just more fluffier, the M504, and this one is just a little bit more compact. But I originally mostly use this one because since it is so fluffy, it just applies the transition shade really nicely. But I also use this one. I alternate between, there's not really much of a difference. I really do like both for transition shade. So if you really want to save $1, get the R37. But yeah, these are really good brushes for the transition shades. I really do recommend either or. So the next brush that I would go in with my second shade after the transition would be the Morphe M573 brush. And this is their Pointed Deluxe Blender, which goes for $7. And what I really like about it, it really just helps define the crease a little bit more. Not to blend it out as much, but more just to kind of put on that color and kind of show a little bit of that dimension first. And I would blend out with another brush later on, but I really do like to put on the second shade with this brush. It's just a really nice kind of round brush, kind of similar to the R37 brush, but I think this one is a little more compact compared to the other one where it's a little bit more fluffy. So this one would be great for that second shade. This is a comparison of the R37 and this is the M573. As you can see, this one is a little bit fluffier and it is a little bit taller than this M573 one, as you can see at the top. But yeah, I would really recommend these two brushes for the first two shades. And to blend out a shade, I would be going in with my Morphe M433 brush. This is amazing. I love this brush so much. This is their Pro Firm Blending Fluff, and this is just really good to blend out color. Super compact, so it just really does help blend out and gives you the opportunity to blend out in circular motions, and also windshield wiper, kind of just giving you that precision to blend out that shade. And this goes for $7. So the next brush that I go in with to put on my outer corner of the eye, just to kind of give it more of a smokier effect or something, or to pack on any sort of shade, I would use the E18 brush, and this is the round crease brush, and this goes for $7. It is such a good brush to pack on product. I would not say blending out, but just building up that shade, putting it on the eye, and it just works really well. Really good quality as other brushes, and it just performs really nicely on the eye. And I really like to put it on the outer part of my eye specifically, since that's where I usually put the darker shades, like my black shades and stuff like that. It just builds up the color really nice and doesn't give any patchy spots or anything like that. So yeah, this is a really good brush to use to pack on those shades. And so now I'm going to be moving on to my lid, and I like to use this MAC 239 brush. This is their synthetic eyeshadow brush, which goes for $26.50, and I usually use this when I'm putting in another shade on the outer part of my eye. Like, let's just say I'll put a black right here, maybe a red, and maybe like my lid shade. So putting that shade right there really does, it just helps pick up the product since it's so compact and stuff like that. It just really puts on the shade nicely onto the eye. And I also will occasionally use this sometimes as my lid shade, but I do think it's a little bit thick for that. So I will usually go in with my Morphe M124 brush, and this is their firm shadow brush, which is $5. This is just a really nice brush to put any shadow onto the lid. When it sprays with setting spray, it performs really nicely as well. I really do recommend that you do use these brushes with setting spray after you get the shadow on there, because they don't really put the fullest potential of pigmentation onto the eyes. So make sure you always spray them with setting spray. And so this is a really good brush as well. These two I do recommend. This one's a little bit more pricier though, the MAC one, and this one obviously really good price and really good quality. And now we're going to move to my lower lash line, and what I usually start with is the Morphe M432 brush. This is their flat liner definer brush, and I love to put a darker shade and push it tight right onto the lower lash line, and it really does help pack it on really nicely. And I also sometimes do put a little bit of black eyeshadow onto my waterline as well. This is just a really great flat brush to use to do that. I also love this brush because whenever I do my eyeliner, sometimes I use gel, and I'll use this with some black eyeshadow and just stamp it on to kind of set that eyeliner a little more. So it is just a really nice and thin brush that I could be able to do various things with. So I could also smoke out my eyeliner as well. But yeah, this brush is just a really good brush in general, and I do recommend it. And to blend that out, I would go in with my Morphe M506 brush, and this is their tapered mini blender. And I love this to blend it out on my lower lash line since it's so small and tiny. It just gives that precision that I need to blend that out. And also it really helps if you're doing cut creases. Just focuses on the crease. It's really good to defining eyeshadows and blending them out as well. So yeah, this is a really good brush. I think this is one of the most important brushes that I use all the time. And last but not least, I would usually go in with my inner corner and brow bone highlight. And for that, I use the M213 brush. This is their smudger brush. And I think it's so perfect for the inner corner and the brow bone since it's so small, and it will apply the highlight to those areas really nicely. I also recommend it to put it as your nose highlight as well, because I know some brushes are too big as well, and it would be also really good for your cupid's bow. So yeah, this is just really good to highlight those smaller areas, and this goes for $3. So yeah, you guys, this is the end of the video, and I hope you guys like my must-have brushes. And so for my eyebrows, I do use these two brushes only to pack on the eyeshadow and then to conceal. These are very essential for my everyday eyebrows. And for my face, I really do love these brushes. These are very essential to me whenever I'm doing my makeup, and I use every single one of them. I think they're all great brushes. They really do help my face achieve that flawless look. And for the eyes, we do have 10 brushes, but honestly, you do not have to buy all 10 if you're more of a simple girl that just likes neutral eyeshadows or anything like that. Whenever I do simple eyeshadow looks, I go with these two. This is just more of the transition shade brush. This is the M504, and this is the Morphe M124 brush. This is a lid brush, so I would just have that transition shade and that lid shade just to kind of have something simple there. I gravitate towards these most. I do have other brushes, but I honestly think that these just help me achieve my eyeshadow looks the most. I also wanted to point out that most of these brushes are from the Jaclyn Hill. Great. I also wanted to point out that these brushes were mostly from the Jaclyn Hill Favorite Brushes collection, when she would just choose the brushes that she thought were her favorites and her must-haves. So they did make a bundle of that, and I bought it when that launched, but they do not sell the bundle anymore. They just sell the brushes separately, because she did launch an actual brush collection with Morphe, so you guys can go check that out. They're pretty similar to these brushes, and that bundle goes for $165. But honestly, the quality that you're getting and everything, it is worth the price point. If you don't want to spend that much money all at once, you can also buy each brush individually. You can just start off building up your brush collection because makeup does get pretty pricey. I just realized how poorly I showed you guys the brushes. I am so sorry for that. Yeah, I've never really done a video like that, but yeah, I will try to do better next time when I do a fave brushes must have kind of thing. Yeah. So yeah, you guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And so yeah, you guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.